Sorry, I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while. Bismillah. My name is Bana, Nazareth, from the oppressed land of Palestine, the land that opened its home to the Jewish during their oppressed European times. Suddenly we watched as our population declined, grieving in silence with no one on our side. If I lived in a perfect world, if only, then the justice we would find. As for today, I pray for my voice could at least wake up the blind. How could you justify Britain granting the new Israeli-occupied land? Or did you forget about the Balfour Declaration that I recall you signed? Maybe you forgot when the Christian and Muslim Palestinians offered the lost European Jewish helping hand. My grandfather is older than your state, Israel, I cannot understand. How do you justify the killings of thousands of lives based on God's demands? That is why with you, Palestine, I will forever stand. The least I can do is speak for my land. May 14th, 1948 is the day Israel declared its independence. For my Palestinians, May 15th, 1948 is known as Nakba Day, also meaning catastrophe day. This was the day that Israel's forced Palestinians out of their homes and continue to do so, like in Sheikh Jarrah, every single day. 2021 and Palestinians are still living this way. This is an ethnic genocide and cleansing that started in 1948. Why are we still reliving this nightmare today? When 750,000 Palestinians were forced from their homes, land to Palestine, forever stay away. 5 million Palestinian refugees to Palestine, I pray that I am allowed to visit my homeland someday. We are not anti-Semitic, so the Palestinians shouldn't face the crime from the European discrimination leading us to Zionism, the hypocrites of our time. Jewish is not a government, but if I was wrong, then show me in your books where God condones murder and crime. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. So how does Zionism protect the Jewish? To me, the contradiction is extremely foolish. And for the story and the history behind my roofs is not enough to prove it. Oh, I didn't forget about the United States, the racist of all discrimination and hate. $3 billion of tax returns for your citizens. Anonymously goes to Israeli military, what a disgrace. Instead of fixing racial poverty in your own states, you find terrorism and remain silent as Palestinians are displaced. I'm so sick and tired of explaining to Westerners where I'm from, because media coverage silenced what they wish one day their false Israel state will become. Palestine can no longer be your Zionist state. Today I speak loud for you, Palestine, I rhyme. We have become comfortable with what is not right in our faces. Palestinians are dying cold and faceless. Home is where the heart is, the people, not the place. So what do you do when your people and home is erased? Erasing an entire race if you're silent about Palestine. Don't talk about equality when you're silent of Israeli oppression towards an entire country while screaming democracy. Equality! Screaming while my people are dying in quantities. Self-defense is now a hate crime. I heard the news is looking at the symptom and not the illness. That's like framing the murder without the witness. It's time for Israel to admit its sickness. Your myth is getting old and the people are suspicious. No more propaganda, this isn't just religious. Before I leave, I ask you to pray for a holy land that shall be free one day. Before I leave, imagine never knowing where you came from. Imagine never knowing when you're all going to die. Please remember free Palestine. And let's stop pretending that everything is fine. This prosecution has become the longest genocide, so this one's for you, my homeland, Palestine.